Hello, I'm Jashikins, and welcome back to another episode of Jash Reads. Sorry, I was just in the middle of checking something and went live. But anyways, I'm sorry for the delay of this episode, but Spectrum decided to have a little internet outage for like an hour. So it was like right about to, record, and then it's like, So anyways, now that the internet is working, for now, welcome back to another episode of Jash Reads, where we will continue reading the very uplifting Animorphs number 3, The Encounter by K.A. Applegate. I landed on the perch outside Rachel's window. It was night, but she wasn't asleep. She was reading a book in bed, propped up by several pillows. I fluttered a wing against the glass. Rachel? She started. The book went flying. She jumped up and ran to the window, throwing it open. Tobias? More or less, I said wryly. She started to hug me, to put her arms around me. But then she realized that wasn't possible. Birds aren't exactly made for hugging. Are you okay? We've all been terrified. Cassie said maybe you were killed or something. There are all kinds of things that can happen. Jake is so depressed. I'm okay, I said. I flapped over to her dresser. Now that she was sure I was safe, she started getting mad. It made me smile inwardly. That was Rachel for you. Tobias, what is the deal with you? Why wouldn't you just disappear and leave us all worrying for days? It's hard to explain, I said. I guess the hawks are won out over me. Not that it's really that way. I mean, the hawk instincts, they're strong. I told her about my first kill, about how much it horrified me. I don't know how I expected her to react. She tried to look sympathetic, but I could see it bothered her. I lost control, I admitted. For the last couple of days, I've been living like a hawk, all the way, like a hawk. I think I was starting to forget me. I was starting to lose touch with humans. Then something happened. What? She went to check her door and make sure neither of her sisters was nearby. I could hear the house was quiet. What happened? I told her about going to the lake. I told her about the guy being chased by Hork-Bajir. Fortunately, I can see the terrain better than a Hork-Bajir or those human controller park rangers. I led him away from them. I told him when to hide and when to run. You talked to him? I thought spoke, yes. There was no alternative. I couldn't let them catch him. He had seen Hork-Bajir. They would never have let him live. Rachel looked stunned. But now he knows about you, and he knows about the Hork-Bajir. What's he going to do? Go tell people he was chased through the woods by an alien monster and rescued by a telepathic bird? Rachel laughed. Yeah, good point. People would just think he was insane. Besides, if he started talking openly about the Yerks, they would find him and silence him. Exactly what I explained to him. I think he'll probably keep quiet. He'll try to forget it ever happened. You saved him, Rachel said. I almost didn't, I admitted. At first, I just saw another predator as prey. No different from watching owls at night. No different from what I do myself. Kill they eat. Rachel thought about that for a moment. The Yerks and their slaves aren't killing to eat, she said. They are killing to control and dominate. Killing because it's the only way you can eat, because that's the way nature designed you. That's one thing. Killing because you want power or control is evil. I guess you're right, I said. I hadn't thought about it that way. What you did, eating, whatever. Well, that's natural for the hawk. Nothing a Hork-Bajir does is natural. They aren't even in control of their own bodies or minds. They are tools of the Yerks, and the Yerks only want power and domination. I know, I said, but I wasn't totally convinced. Still, it was comforting to be talking to Rachel. You are human, Tobias, she told me softly. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Sometimes I just feel so trapped. I want to move my fingers, but I don't have any. I want to speak out loud, but I have a mouth that's only good for ripping and tearing. Rachel looked like she might start crying. It was alarming to me, because Rachel isn't a girl who burst out in tears. Ever. Anyway, look, I'm sorry I ruined your exhibition at the mall the other day. She smiled. What do you mean? It was perfect. I was just starting my routine, and you know how much I hate to have to do public shows like that. You put an end to the whole thing real fast. I laughed silently. I can imagine. I hope no one was hurt by the falling glass. No, everyone was fine. What were you going to do if Margot had missed with that baseball? You would have hit the glass awfully hard. I didn't know what to say. Rachel came closer and stroked my crest with her hand. It made the hawk in me uncomfortable. But at the same time, it was similar to preening, which is kind of pleasurable. What I told you the other day, Tobias, remember? You're not lost as long as you have Jake and Cassie and me. Even Marco. He came through for you. Big time. We're your friends. You're not alone. I think I would have cried then. But hawks can't cry. And someday the Andalites will come. Someday, I said, trying to sound confident. Well, I'd better go see Jake. The mission is supposed to begin tomorrow. We don't have to go through with that, Rachel said. Yes, we do, I said. More than ever, I understand that. See, there are human beings all over, trapped in bodies controlled by Yerks, trapped, unable to escape. Rachel, I know how they feel. Maybe I can escape. Maybe I am trapped forever. But if we can free some of those others, maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's what I need to do to stay human. And I did not give that last paragraph as much emotion as it deserved, because I'm fucking terrible at this. I do have a small bit of range, maybe, but yeah, that paragraph deserved so much more. But look, God, I actually had one viewer watching this live. That has never happened before, and they left. Sorry, I'm just like shocked. That just threw me off my game. I'm used to seeing 0 viewers, and there's one, and it's like. But anyways, sorry. But anyways, the first 5 Animorphs books, I like to say that they explain the main character's motivations for fighting. And the first book, Jake decided to fight because of his brother. And the second book, Rachel decided to fight because of what the Yerks did to families. And in the third book, Tobias decides to continue fighting because he needs to stay human, and that's how he stays human, by fighting, because he can tell what the involuntary controllers are feeling. So that's his reason for fighting. Still have 2 books in the intros to go, but yeah. If you would like to discuss this chapter with me, link is in the description. Oh shit. Sorry, I was jumping. God damn it. But anyways, if you want to start discussing this chapter with me or other Animorphs chapters and books, feel free to comment below. Just be aware, no major spoilers. Minor spoilers, okay, major spoilers, no, because I would like to think that people start finding out about Animorphs through these videos and they check them out. And so I don't want things spoiled. If you do want to go into spoiler talk with me, and if you're watching this on the YouTubes, there is a link in the description to my Tumblr Ask Box, and you can discuss all manner of Animorphs things with me. And if you watch this video and you're like, hey, Animorphs sounds really fucking awesome, where do I get myself a copy of this book? If you go in the goddamn. Oh my God. And so there's a link in the description if you're watching on the YouTubes, and if you're watching this on my blog, there's underneath the video there is an ad. Both lead to Animorphs number 3, The Encounter. You can buy it, read it, awesome. And if you listen to this dramatic reading, you're like, hey, I'd really like myself one of these Jash reads of my ebook or my fan fiction. If you're watching this on the blog, God damn it, sorry. I'm really off my game for some reason. But if you're watching this on the YouTubes, link in the description. If you're watching this on my blog, link up there. And they lead to where you can find out about commissioning me to read something of yours. And please like and subscribe. I thrive off attention. I really do. I need attention. Hence I blog. Okay, I think I've covered all the links. So, real life update for the one or two of you that do give a shit. The reason I didn't do this Jash reads Monday around 2 a.m. was because I was going through a panic attack. Something happened on my blog. It seems to not really be affecting it that much, just like a small glitch that will hopefully go away. I'm trying to get, some answers from the customer support. So yeah, like I was going through a little panic attack that I sort of need to calm down, and I woke up that morning and I went through a little mini panic attack, and I was finally able to get back to sleep after. And for some reason, getting the biopsy, the dermatologist that afternoon was when I finally got all calm. That brings me to the second part. I got a biopsy around my rear end. This wouldn't be so bad, but those of you who've had biopsies before know you need to keep that area clean. So since I can't reach it myself, I can't really see it myself, I need to have someone else do it. Now, this wouldn't be bad if I was already moved in with my fiance, but I'm still living with my dad. This is not one of the dreams I had when I was a little girl. I didn't dream about, I'm going to have a biopsy on my ass, and then my daddy's going to be the only one in the house, and so he's going to have to clean it twice a day. And the Band-Aid that he put on tonight fell off. And now I could have asked him, woken up and say, hey, can you put the Band-Aid on again? But I'm like, that's too awkward. I can only stand that awkwardness twice a day now. Can't. So yeah. Oh, on the brighter side of things, it turns out that yes, I can take my 3 lovely parakeets when I move, so that's going to be awesome. I cannot really stand moving and not moving with them. They're really dear to my heart. Hang on. So, this is the point in the video where I give well wishes. I will say the well wishes, then I will sip some sake. You can drink, along with me, join in, drink your favorite alcohol or liquor or whatever the fuck's lying around. And if you don't drink for whatever reason, I'm drinking tea tonight. There's also water, milk, and a variety of other non-alcoholic beverages for you to enjoy. So, every video I do well wishes. If you would like your well wish included in the next video, please comment below, let me know, and it will be included. Even like last time for Mother's Day, I nearly forgot to do it, but I will remember. I promise you that. So, well wishes today. There was no user submitted well wish, so I'm going to make all them up tonight. One, that everyone is healthy, no extreme medical problems, and if you do have medical problems, that they're resolved quickly. I'm also wishing that the little, the biopsy doesn't really reveal anything. Hopefully. If you're wondering, I now have to go twice a year to dermatologist because freshman or sophomore year of college, I had a precancerous mole. So now I have to, be examined twice a year to make sure nothing else happens. And so, that biopsy doesn't really turn out to be anything. And if it is anything, that the problems can be quickly resolved, that moving actually goes smoothly without too much fuss. Yeah. And that Deadpool 2 is as good as the first, if not better. I'm probably not going to be able to see it on opening weekend, and I don't know, it just seems odd not seeing it without Rev Reznor, my fiance. It's just, I don't know, it would just feel really awkward. I mean, I will if, yeah, it's just I'd rather see it with him. And, okay, now we sip or chug. Oh, however amount you want to drink for this, go ahead. You can, if you're watching this after I've recorded it, just pause, chug, and then come back. Ah, yes, sake. Making sure it's safe and secure down there. And the next video will be on Thursday around 2 a.m., give or take. Not Thursday at 2 a.m., Friday around 2 a.m. And it will be another Animorphs number 3, The Encounter by Kay Applegate video. So again, next video will air Friday around 2 a.m. and will be on an Animorphs number 3, The Encounter by Kay Applegate. And if things are moved around, on my Twitter at Jashikins, you'll see an update. I tend to do the Jash, anything dealing with Jash reads updates, they'll be pinned. That's how I tend to do them. So, until next video, goodbye.